Hello, Facebook and YouTube. Welcome to Let's Chat. This is my new YouTube channel where we're going to talk about everyday events. Some things is going to be educational, some things is just for chat. Since today is my first YouTube video, we're just going to chat. We're going to chat with a young entrepreneur who happens to be my son and see what's going on with his mind today. So let me bring him in. In the meantime, help a sister out and subscribe and share.
Hey, how you doing?
Okay, welcome to my first broadcast on my channel. I'm very excited to
That's
hear
great to
my
be
two
here.
and chat on live. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. My name is Teron C. Hyatt, and I am the founder of Wise Guy USA and Wise Guy Academy.
All right. What kind of company is Wise Guy?
So, Wise Guy is a collective of creatives that strive to put unity inside of the community. So we started back in 2014. We started doing tours around the country, throwing different art shows, fashion shows, photography shows to really add the unification to different communities around the country.
Okay. Well, what do you want to talk about today? We got plenty of things to talk about. What's going on in the news? This is my first broadcast, so let's talk about something relevant today. First thing I read today was about Amy Cooper, otherwise known as Central Park Karen. Have you heard about that?
I just seen memes. I didn't hear about it yet.
Okay, well, I'll fill you in. Central Park Karen was walking her dog in Central Park in this area that's called the Trap Raffle or some place that's a wooded area in Central Park. Anyway, she didn't have her dog on a leash. Well, here comes an African American guy that's a bird watcher and his sister. Luckily, the sister started taping the incident because the man asked her to kindly, well, allegedly, I guess I should start with allegedly ask, but it's on video. He asked her to put her dog on a leash. She refused. In turn, she threatened him with, if you don't leave me alone and stop recording me, I'm going to call the police and say that you're attacking me. And that's exactly what she did. She called the police, and you can see on the video, it's so funny. I um I wish I could play it. Next time, next
Okay,
time I'm on YouTube, I'll have the
make sure you
video
play it.
play it. I'm still getting used to this equipment, but she's on the telephone saying, "Help! Help! Come, hurry up! It's the African American male that's trying to hurt me, and he's threatening my dog." She would put the dog into it.
That's what she did.
Yeah, she really did. She really did.
Got you.
Hmm.
Okay.
So, yeah, it was a trip. So anyway, the police wound up coming. By the time the police came, though, both of them was gone. But the sister downloaded the clip on social media, and by the afternoon, it had like 16,000 views. What I hope to get 16,000 views. Hint, hint, share this video. Anyway, um, as a result, so far, I heard she was on suspension with her job. I don't know what company she worked for, but now I heard that her job is completely gone. I don't know that for a fact. That was on TMZ. And also, her dog got taken away.
What did dog get taken away for?
I don't know. Maybe she's being a bad dog owner. I mean, somebody like her. I mean, I just don't know what to say. I just know we just getting too many of this happening, and blaming black people for it. And I guess that's the easy target to go to because a white woman yelling "help, help!" And I mean, and she's on the video. Just you can clearly see her and the dog is clearly separated by herself, and she's going, "Help, Harry, Harry!" Now, it's so dangerous in these days because we heard about Amon Avery. I'm sorry. And what if the wrong kind of, it's good and bad policemen everywhere, but what if someone came rushing to judgment according to their phone call and came and shot an innocent man?
Yeah.
You see
Well,
what I'm saying?
did you see the one of today?
What happened today?
There was in Milwaukee, the cops got fired. Four cops got fired because they had the guy put the officer put his knee on the guy's neck. He couldn't breathe. He died. So like you hear the guy like screaming like I can't breathe, and then like he's like I can't feel it in my body, and then like he dies.
That sounds like another case. You remember what happened in New York with the big fellow that the cop put his knee on his neck and he couldn't breathe. He was selling cigarettes.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds like a repeat of that.
Well, let me show you, because I do know how to use this little software here. I got you. So I'm about to show you a little video. This is little. What did it say? Graphic for. What did it say?
I don't know. You say you know how to use it. You show me the video.
No, I'm about to show you the video, but what I'm saying the whole graphic content. They say that.
Do I need to?
Hold on. I'm about to show you right now. Hold on.
You can put it on your screen?
Yeah, hold on.
Okay.
Can you see it?
I don't see it. Maybe you have to share your desktop.
Can you see it now?
No, do you see it on your screen?
Yeah, it says I'm sharing
Let
it.
me see if I adjust my view. No, I don't see it. I do not see it. Wait, okay. Okay, I think I got you.
Can you see it now? I'm on Facebook.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so yeah.
And where is this at?
Oh, Minneapolis, that's what it is.
Oh. So this cop is standing in the way so you can't really see?
Well, he's gonna move out the way. He's just being a little,
Oh, I see.
So this guy literally just sits on his neck the whole time, even while he's dead. He's just sitting on his neck. So I mean,
down, man. Let me breathe, least, man. I've been trying to get about this. So I breathe a little bit more, man.
They got fired, didn't they? I think I did hear something about that. Didn't they immediately fire them?
Yeah, they got fired.
I mean, he could be sued because, I mean, there's no reason why he's just laying there. I mean, he's not cuffing him or anything.
No, he's not even doing nothing. He's literally looking at him.
What I know, but what I'm saying is he going to arrest them or what? What's the purpose of just sitting up there?
He's just being a white cop, a white bad cop.
And then this other cop sit up here trying, why he's not stopping him. That's where it's so much.
I can't breathe.
And they know they're being taped.
Bro, your feet on his neck, man. You get off the
His nose is bleeding. Like, come on.
That's wrong right there with his feet on his neck.
Look at his nose.
You got your feet back on his neck, bro. Yeah, you're not resisting arrest. I cannot breathe. You used to grow. You're a tough guy. You're a tough guy, huh? See, you're a tough guy. You're not even resisting arrest, bro.
His whole
This is America.
How long y'all gotta hold him down?
Listen to the cop. This is why you don't do drugs,
Yeah, you
kids.
don't gotta put y'all right.
He is human, bro.
I think I would have to be arrested because I would have to interfere. I just couldn't. I mean, they would just have to arrest me.
They're not going to arrest you. At this point,
But I would definitely interfere and get arrested.
at this point, it's like you don't even know if they're going to arrest you. They might try to kill you too.
Like in the jiu-jitsu move, bro.
I just couldn't stand there and see that. I would have to be calling the police. Calling the police on the police.
That shit right there, bro. I trained at the academy, bro. That's some bullshit, bro. Right, that's bullshit, bro. That's bullshit, bro. You fucking stopping his breathing right there, bro. He's talking, bro, but you can get him off the ground. You've been a bum right now. You can get him off the ground, bro.
He's about to pass out right now.
He enjoying that. He enjoying that shit. He enjoying that.
It's a shame that
He enjoying that shit right
color
now,
got to
bro.
go through all of this.
Put him in the car by now, bro. He's not resisting arrest or nothing. You enjoying it. Look at you. Your body language explains it. You fucking bum.
It's the whites. They love
But
them.
you already know that, bro. I train with half of these bum ass dudes at the academy, bro. You know that's bogus right now, bro. You know it's bogus.
Why someone is not calling the police on you?
In arrest right now,
His
bro.
nose is
Well, how you gonna call police on the police?
I would call the police on the police. I would tell his badge number and everything.
I'm pretty sure at this point somebody probably already tried to call the police.
That's cool right now, bro.
Legally, also, you know, you could always ask for their supervisor, and they supposed to have to get call their supervisor.
You're a bum for that. You're a bum for that, bro. You can't. You get mad. You're sitting there stopping his breathing right now.
Look
You
at
about to go out right now, bro.
So yeah, pretty much.
so shut up.
That's not her profession.
It don't matter. So what? Freedom of speech. Freedom of speech, folks. Don't touch me. I got this all on camera. Watch out.
Don't touch me.
You touch me.
Yeah, we legally can record anybody.
Yeah, so pretty much, yeah, you see what happened.
Pull up Central Park Amy and watch that video. That's just
Central Park Amy. Oh, I gotta be the person to pull up the videos now.
well, I guarantee you I'll get more efficient in this.
Okay. Let's see. Central Park Amy.
Okay.
Well, what happened to Karen? Are they not calling her Karen anymore?
Oh, I'm sorry. Her name is Amy Cooper. It's Central Park Karen. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
Nah, all right. So this is the thing before this whole Central Park.
Tens of thousands of people have already watched that video showing a heated confrontation that many describe as racially charged. Tonight, both the man behind the camera and the woman in front of it are speaking only to News 4's Jackie Beckford, who joins us live from the site of that squabble in Central Park. Jackie.
Well, Stephen, it started with a dispute over an unleashed dog and ended with a woman frantically calling 911, claiming she was being threatened, even though video didn't appear to show that happening. Well, tonight we spoke both to that man and to the woman who basically said what she did was unacceptable and wants to apologize.
Please don't come close to me.
That's gone viral.
Maybe the way she holding on to that dog, why you got to take
I see why.
So I'm gonna play the race card, I guess.
Christian Cooper, an avid bird watcher, says he started recording after telling the woman her dog needed to be leashed at all times in an area known as the Ramble in Central Park.
If the habitat is destroyed, we won't be able to go there to see birds, to enjoy the plantings.
When the woman refused, he offered the dog a treat.
That's why.
The only way they can keep the dog from eating the tree.
Yeah, she did the dog taken away.
He says she roughly grabbed
Look how she's holding that dog.
to stop recording and called police, referring several times to being threatened by, quote, an African-American man.
There is an African-American man. I am in Central Park. He is recording me and threatening myself
my dog. Though Cooper does not appear to move any closer to the woman, her call becomes even more frantic.
I'm being threatened by a man in the ramble. Please send the cops immediately.
Cooper says he kept on recording because he had no intention.
Yeah, look how she's choking that dog.
Participate in my own dehumanization. I'm not going to feed into this. You know, we live in an age of Ahmaud Arbery where, you know, black men are shot, gunned down because of the presumptions that people make about it.
He stopped recording, walking away as soon as she leashed the dog.
Thank you.
Tonight, this woman, Amy Cooper, no relation to Christian, told News 4 she overreacted.
It was unacceptable. You know, and words are just words, and I can't undo what I did. But I sincerely and humbly apologize to everyone, especially to that man, his family.
Amy,
excuse me,
called, but also claimed that Cooper was screaming, that she felt threatened and didn't know what was in the dog treats. She says she regrets calling the police.
The police, I think of them as
yeah, but she does regret it because she got caught. I mean,
there's so many people in this country that
you know what's sad, but also I feel
again,
like
Christian Cooper.
Okay, you could take it off.
A funny part about this, I feel like a lot of black people, like, we look at this as like jokes, where it's like we look at like things like this is like what? Like,
well, we really don't look at it as jokes. It's just, I mean, you know,
not jokes, but we look at it as like, I don't know, more of like an everyday.
It is an everyday thing, and the sad thing about it, many white people don't know white privilege, and they think that you always pulling the race card, but it exists. And this goes to show, because Amy Cooper, aka Central Park Karen, why didn't she get arrested for filing false charges? Like I said, that could have been a serious thing. If the cops had came running up with guns and stuff, who do you think they're gonna shoot? Innocent, petite, crying white lady, or the man, the dark-skinned man?
Yeah.
So, you know, she needs to be held accountable. I mean, just sitting up there saying I'm sorry. We hear enough I'm sorry's from, you know, so many other people. We don't need I'm sorry. We need some accountability. You know,
Yeah.
and with those cops, I was trying to Google it. I hope they got arrested.
They didn't get arrested. They got fired. And then I seen somewhere today.
They got fired immediately, right? Because it happened today, right?
Yeah, but I seen somewhere. I don't know how much of facts this is, but I seen somebody got transferred. Like one of those people got transferred to like another county or something.
See, that shouldn't even be. Even the one who his partner says he don't have enough balls in his pants to stop it or control his partner, he should be axed too. That's my opinion. That's my 2 cents.
Yeah,
But
I agree.
anyway, how do you feel as an African American man walking the streets every day? You know, I've always told you, don't trust anybody, black or white or anybody these days. But you know, it's especially a lot of tension out there when, you know, you could be an honest African American male with a PhD, but yet if they don't know who you are, all they see is your black skin, and you're wrong no matter what. How do you feel about that?
I mean, I feel like there's not really any way you can really feel about it's not right, but I mean, I don't know. You gotta move and not really let it affect you, as bad as that sounds, and just kind of live knowing that that's kind of what's happening now, and we can fight towards change. But it's gonna need multiple people. It's gonna need majority of us to actually change our own attitudes for it to happen.
It really is. I think the reason why this never gets resolved is because it's not us as people of color, as the minority. It's not in our power to change it. Really sad to say, white people have to change. They have to change. They have to change their mentality and have to have their accountability. And with this, I don't know, with this administration, it just seems like more and more of it is popping up, and it seems like more and more of it is sliding by. And the more that is sliding by, the more, you know, contentious it is. To me, people didn't like a black president, but at least we had a president that had sympathy, empathy for people. Now we have a president that when something happens, he vaguely acknowledges it. Because this is a election year, he may say something here and there to try to, throw something at you for your vote. But no calls are made to the parents of these victims. No compensation. I'm not even excited no more when these people get arrested because they do that, I think, to stop the protest, and then soon as it's supposed to go to the grand jury or whatever they supposed to have, it's always, they let out. And the victim is the one that made himself get killed. I mean, that's it in a nutshell.
But see,
My
this
two
is why I say that we have to change as our people, because we've been trying to get the change out of the white people for how many years now? So, like, how long are we going to continue to keep trying to get the change from the white people before we realize that that change is possibly not going to happen, or we have to take more serious actions in order for that change to happen? So that's why I go back to my theory of us teaching the education, us controlling the things that we do, as far as our economy, or as far as like what we make, as far as like as far as what's even going in our kids' knowledge base and things like that. Like we need to take more control over that, so that we can actually have that base for us, instead of like trusting exactly what the white man says. Because 9 times out of 10, if you talk to the regular black person that's out on these streets, if they hear what a white man say on NBC, they're gonna believe it over what a black man said. So I don't know. I think we got to switch it all together.
I mean, that's true, but as black people are minorities, because I mean, as a culture, I'm looking out for our culture as we've been done bad, but Native Americans been done worse, and Latinos is not very far behind.
Yeah,
So just
everybody
people.
got the bad in this thing, except for the white people. Like, I mean, there are great white people out there. Everybody got the bad end of the stick, except for the white people. So what I'm saying is, what we need to start doing is, all these people that have been done bad, we need to stop listening to just this white man. Because at the end of the day, what's the white man going to teach if we're all band together, not doing what was said? Just kind of
Well, what do
thinking
you
about
think?
it.
What do you think we need to do? What do you think we can do? What's in our power to do? Now, I know there's several things that we need to straighten up in our community that we need to work on as people. I agree with that. But as far as racism in general, do you really think the power is in our hands to stop racism?
No, it's going to be in everybody's hands. It's like in everybody's hands. It's not just in one party's hands. Like, it's more in like white people, of course, because we wouldn't necessarily have that if it wasn't for certain situations. But at the same time, like I said, it's on us. You can't, like, pretty much. I feel like we just been like beat down, over and over again. And like I said, we got to learn the lesson at some point. So, like, how many times we got to keep getting beat down and shot in the streets, and just mentally abused and put inside of poverty on purpose and things like that? How many times, like, we've seen where they literally make city planning zones for black people to live in, like, for poverty stricken people. So it's like,
I mean, that's
how
that's
we
that's
continue to do.
true. That's true. But certain things, I mean, we can't stop. And like I
But
say, it is.
we can
There's
stop,
white
it.
people out there, and it is some bad white people. It's not all white people when we talk about this. Let's make that clear. Every white person is not racist. Every white person do not do things like this. So we're just talking about the bad apples that do. If you are a young man, like I say, walking down the street with a PhD, uh, all bills paid, a productive person of society, you can't help it if two white guys come down the street and just put a rope on you and just drag you down the street. I mean, that's
Well,
not
yeah,
in your hand.
that's the
That's what
problem that
I'm
I'm
saying.
saying about. That's on the white people to solve, for sure. That's on,
Yeah,
like, they have to get
that's
over that mental block. They have to get over that mental block of acceptance of how we look, and understanding, that we are people just like their people. But Like it's just like what I say about the apartment building, right? So my apartment building, if we got treated all wrong, why wouldn't we all get together, not pay rent, and then what can the person that owns the building do? They
Well,
can't.
it's true. It's strength in numbers. It is strength in numbers. Sometimes that's why I think maybe we need a Black Panther Party again. You know, that the Black people support, to have someone to step up for us, because right now the old leaders, as far as Al Sharpton, who
all
I'm
of those
trying to,
people is all of those people like I respect it and stuff like that,
they
but
old.
yes, yeah, they old, and
Yeah, they old. So
we need
it's
new
time for
progressive.
a new generation to take over. And I hate to see, like, when they had Black Lives Matter started, it was such a powerful movement, but then they let people, including the leader of the United States, get in everybody's head talking about all lives matter. That wasn't. I mean, so many times we let ourselves as people, Black people, get sidetracked. It's not the fact that all lives matter. We all know all lives matter. I mean, anything God created matters. But our topic of discussion is Black lives, because that's the only thing we see getting killed. That's the only people we see getting killed, drug out in the street. The only people, if I was a Black lady and went out there in Central Park, you better believe they would have found me and pulled me out my house and arrested me. You know, uh, so I just say, they. I don't know the answer, but we need to do stuff within our community. I agree with that. We need to start supporting our community, just like your business. And I put down. Did you notice I put your website down there? That's pretty sweet, right? Okay, so we need to buy from our Black entrepreneurs such as yourself. You're young, talented. You go back and give back to the community by teaching others. We need to support people like you and put money back in our community, because I hate to see when we see rappers and I mean, you could buy anything you want to buy. I mean,
That's my
I
main
buy
thing.
I buy stuff. I look for quality, but I do buy some stuff that I have name brand. But you better believe my stuff was on sale. I didn't pay them extravagant prices. But it's just that it seemed like some people, especially with money, act like this is what I need to put on my body to be somebody. And yet, those designers could give a hoot about you. They're not doing anything in your community.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know and I don't know what it's going to take for us to learn that we need to give back to ourselves in order to bring ourselves up.
We just got to get out the mindset. We just got to get out the materialistic mindset of I don't know, just I don't know, just the materials like the Gucci belts and the Balmain shoes when we don't got a place to stay and spending.
True.
I know somebody today, literally somebody today called me and said that they got their unemployment. I asked them, all right, cool, what you gonna do with it? He talking about I'm about to go buy a grill. I'm like, you about to go buy a grill? He don't have a place to stay. I'm like, you about to go buy a grill, and he's unemployed
Okay,
right now.
a grill as in your mouth or a grill as in
As in,
barbecue?
no, as in your mouth. But I'm like, you got to think, how is that going to make you money? Anytime that you're
Mhm.
sitting there spending money, and then it's not like you have all your eggs lined out. It's not like you have everything set out where you have a car, you have an apartment, you have like a couple of things you're investing in, things like that. It's like you're at the very bottom. You talking about let's go get a grill with my unemployment check. That's the mindset we have to change. That's the mindset
And
that
that's the,
community
and
needs.
that's the things I'm going to be talking about with Let's Chat, because there's a lot of things as far as we're not teaching. Even you brought to my attention one time about people, they're not discussing finances. Even people in relationships, it's husbands and wives that don't even know what the finances of the household is. They don't discuss credit score, how much we can afford. Most people just go spend, and just because we want it, we spend. And the thing that I always say, you always have to put up for a rainy day, because you never, even if you right now, if this was a good year and I don't have no debt and just living my life, not really up there like a millionaire, but I'm just saying, just living comfortable. To me, I'm still not satisfied because you never know what's coming around the corner. I always have to have a plan B bank account or something somewhere because you just don't know. I mean, look at this pandemic. I remember when you had came for a visit and the economy was going great. Um, I was even looking for a possible franchise to go into, you know, and then it just took one weekend really that things started shutting down. And next thing you know, everyone in America was stuck in the house. Everyone around the world was stuck in the house, and people start dying left and right. I mean, people start losing their jobs left and right. I mean, who would know?
Well, this is also a problem that I think that we have, and I mean, this could be the mental stuff that I believe that is in the paperwork of America, because they get us mentally. That's how they get us now. They can't beat us. Well, they can beat us, but yeah. So I think that we're so used to not having much, so that when we do have it, it's just like, oh, all right, I'm used to having $0 anyway. you know.
Well, yeah, that's another thing I want to talk to you about, the life of an entrepreneur. Now, especially in this pandemic, can you tell us about how you've been faring and how other entrepreneurs been faring as far as business? Have you received much help from the government? Like what's happening with unemployment? Have you been receiving it? Has the governor or anything said about what's coming down the line? Or
All
we
right.
know
So
the president haven't said much, but
has the governor said anything? The governor told us if we're not happy with unemployment, we need to move to a different state. So
what state is this?
this is New Jersey.
What's
That's
the governor's name?
what is he? Phil Murphy? Is that Phil Murphy? Phil Murphy? Yeah, that's
You don't know your governor's name? Okay, so who said that if,
last was
like,
Kristen.
in other words, if you don't like it, go to another state?
Yeah, that's what he said. Oh, wait, let me see if I can pull it up for the video.
Oh man.
Oh, I can only find the headlines for it.
Okay. Well, we can see the headlines and that's it.
Oh, I got you.
I hear noise. What's that noise?
I have no idea what you hear.
Oh, your phone is not on, right? Because
No.
sometimes you speak of the phone. Okay.
Nah, but look, he's like,
Okay, wait a minute.
unhappy, go to another state.
Isn't that terrible? Especially at a time like this, but I bet you he's eating good.
Yeah, you know it. But this also goes to the point of, so goes back to the original question of what's happening with the government. Honestly, this is one of those things I feel like we need to band together for, because of the fact that this shows us how bad our government truly is, because we pay the most money in taxes. We literally pay for the most everything, like in the world. And we've been out of work. Most of us have been out of work for what, 2 months, and everybody's going crazy. Nobody has like spending money. Nobody can pay rent, things like that. And not saying that's on that individual person, but when we pay into a system, it's that system's supposed to kick back when these type of things happen. It's not like pandemics happen every day, so like,
It's been longer than 2 months.
well, 2-3 months. What I'm saying is we've been working for years. We've been giving our money to the government for years. so like, regardless of it being 2-3 months or whatever, we're the richest country in the world. So why is it that Canada can afford to give out rent vouchers and electric and utilities and things like that, but yeah, we're too money hungry, and honestly, we're so money hungry that we just want to open everything back up, regardless of even finding out how deadly this thing is.
And people are still dying.
We're literally finding out every day on my phone. I don't know if your phone's the same way. Literally every single day, it says a new way of how to catch coronavirus. Like, this is how to catch coronavirus now. This is how to catch it now. And it's like I just seen today that we just reached like 100,000 in the US alone or something.
Yeah. Yeah, it's something. It's something. Some people taking it serious and some people not, but it's terrible, and we're not getting any help as Americans, especially if you're not working at this time.
But that also goes back to say, fortunately, being an entrepreneur has actually worked out better than being an employee, because I did work for Uber, I worked for Amazon, and I worked for Lyft, and I was waiting for unemployment, but unemployment hasn't came through. It's been about 3 months. But on the entrepreneur side of things, I have been able to shift my focuses onto switching a lot of things online, including like switching our courses to virtual online courses. We're working on that right now. Signed up for grants. There's been a lot of grants out there, not from our government, but from a lot of like private companies. Verizon's doing things, Comcast is doing things. So I mean, like on the other ends of like just being creative and just being an actual entrepreneur, that's how I've been surviving and paying for bills and eating out that way and stuff. Because when it comes down to the government, they haven't really heard too much from them.
Well, hopefully, all I can say is stay safe. And how could people, our hope to be studio audience, how could they help in your endeavors? One thing I know, they could go to the website and check your things out. You have clothes, totes, just pretty much anything.
Yeah, so how can they help me? So pretty much you can help me build this nation by literally just living what I'm saying in this podcast, by us reaching out to our communities, teaching our communities, us be fashionable while we're doing. That's the whole reason that Wise Guy's there. But just pretty much checking in to make sure that we're humans, not just a number.
Do you have a Cash App? Maybe I could put that up.
I don't have a Cash App, but I got a Venmo, Teron-Hyatt. There we go.
That's it with Venmo?
Yeah, Teron-Hyatt.
Okay. Let me put that up there. Just
I don't think people actually gonna send me a Venmo though.
huh?
We're gonna see. No, Venmo. That's that. Oh, so you're saying like if they want to send some donation money, anything like that to help out the cost?
Yeah, just okay. Venmo.
Yeah.
VIMEO.
Teron-Hyatt. That's what it is. VENMO. Venmo. Boom.
I never heard of Venmo.
Yeah, it's a payment processor. It's by I'm about to say Netflix, but it's by PayPal.
Okay. Let me put this on. But I'm glad you joined me tonight. That wasn't this bad, huh? It wasn't bad.
I wasn't expecting it to be. I was expecting it to be a great talk.
Okay, let's see. Could I get this on here? There you go. Anyway, so like I said, I hope you get some help out here and hope your unemployment could come through. Your classes, you say you're going to put online. Will you start your classes for the kids in September?
No, so we're talking to KIPP, New Jersey, in Camden, right now about doing virtual courses online for the summer. We don't actually know what's happening for next year as of right now. They canceled it this year, but we don't know what's happening for next year as far as the next season.
Okay, well, I hope everything work out, and Thanks for being my first interview for my new channel of Let's Chat.
Thank
If
you
you
for
ever need to trust a friend, here I am. But anyway, we're going to close right now. And for my audience, if you like this information and if you want to chat about something, just like the video, please subscribe. And I'm going to try to do videos at least twice a week. So subscribe and ring that bell so you'll know when I'm on. Okay. Good night.